Okay. Thank you everyone for being here and being on time. We'll get started. Call the meeting to order. Is there any discussion on action approval? All right. Discussion and action approval of minutes from the last meeting from March the 10th. Are there any corrections or anything else that we need to add?
No.
If not, we need a motion to approve.
I motion to approve the minutes.
Need a second?
Second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any further discussion? Number 3, public comment. We have any good comment?
There's the public comment.
No?
I'm asking, no.
Library reports, adult services.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Thank you. My name is Jose Gonzalez. There's so much to report, but very few little time. But let me see what's going on. We have the little libraries. I went to 11 little libraries last month with more than 120 some books that I delivered. Yes, I told you these are gaining so much popularity that I finally got a talk from Ms. Diana Aguilar. She's the new librarian for Olivia Middle School. So she actually, for all years or so, she wants to partner with us. So we can start a little library there.
Right.
And yes, it's awesome. And then I went to BTX Health, which is another one that they want to partner with us more. The museum, sports park, the Tres Angeles, I went to that one.
Okay.
Yes, I went to that one. Really nice. That's the one, the green one over here in Aqua, I'm sorry. That's the Tres Angeles. I did some maintenance on it because it was pretty bad. There were many books that were damaged. So I took some time there and adjusted it. So it looks great. And on Friday, in a Friendship of Women program that we had here, I met a gentleman from Cameron County, and he said, please let me know when you go there to Tres Angeles. We'll join together, we'll clean it together, and we'll work together on it. It's great. So I got him, I partnered with him, which was great. So I'll be talking to him in the near future when I go back to the little libraries. The middle one, it's Sports Park. That one, they did their maintenance on it, which is great. It was really bad. So finally, I actually went last month, and did a little work on it as well. And this one, the first one, is the museum one. So that one,
Good.
yes, that one was empty. It was empty. So I did separate a box full of kids' books and teenage books for teens, and I filled it up. So that one needs no maintenance. It looks really great. But I went to Prex Uribe, and Corny gave me some information where Mesa Hills, the place that's in front of Central, was it a clinic or what is it? A housing? Miss Linda Barron wants to talk to me so we can put a little library there as well. And then, well, I'll talk about the other one that's next. And then the computer classes were very successful. And we got actually about up to 12 patrons per class. So that's, again, little by little getting in popularity as much as patrons want to learn more about computers. Next slide, please.
Can we go back to the library, the little library?
Yes, sir. Please.
Have we worked with Laura Reyes?
Laura Reyes.
The clerk, not the county.
Oh, for the county.
Right, because she has one within the building.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because she just posted it last week.
Oh, thank you.
I was trying to think like who was the one that I saw the post,
Yeah.
but I couldn't remember.
Laura,
But yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Collaborated with the passport fair, the city secretary.
She has one in there.
Yeah.
Ah,
Thank you. So I'll talk to the gentleman that I met here.
And
I'll talk to Laura.
Sorry.
That's gonna work.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And then the cooking classes. So the cooking class here, it was amazing. We did a dish called macaroni salad, right? Simple, right?
It was good.
It was good. Yeah, it was really good.
At the one in.
Which we were shocked because we got 41 people here at Southmost. I know. They got 24 at Central. But then the numbers were reversed when we did the crafternoon, the adult crafternoon. We got 24 people here and 45 people at Century.
Crafters,
Crackers.
Hooker.
Yeah.
the area.
I love it.
But just look at the pictures. I mean, the pictures speak for
That's amazing.
themselves.
Did they have different like variations of the salad or like, do they share that when they come
You know,
or?
the team were very smart in actually telling me, Jose, not everybody likes onions, not everybody likes this, that. So we separated every ingredient, so they had a choice.
They
What's
put out small containers and you
Oh,
can
that's
add
good.
whatever you want.
Exactly. That's exactly what we did. So I guess that sparked more of an interest and more of a, I like it deliciousness because the actual recipe had it all together.
Okay.
But here,
Yeah.
they were really smart. The team was really smart in saying that. So that's why I guess that garnered more attention and more
Uh-huh.
for the food. But I didn't know that was going to bring up so many people.
That's awesome.
Next one should be a sandwichons.
Oh, yes.
I want to know how to do that.
Oh, my goodness.
Somebody
Not
actually
the macaroni salad.
have Panchita, our custodian.
Uh-huh.
She's great at doing those sandwichones.
Oh.
She can actually
Really? Love it.
but she makes it look so good. Uh,
Tell her to have one for the next meeting.
So we can sam-
Board approved.
Right?
And then in the middle, really quick, is City Forester, Mr. Hunter Losey. He was really nice and actually coming over to the library. And that day was when we had tornado warnings and we had severe weather that day, yes. And he said, Jose, I'm on call for any trees that fall, et cetera, but I'm gonna go. And he showed up and we got 17 people regardless of the weather. So that was really good. And he also wants to work with me with a future little library or him actually having a little shelf here, which is the department would buy every book and rotate it and us actually shelve it in, et cetera. So yes, he wants to work with that with us too. So there's just so many things. Next slide, please. And this is what we're having in April right now. When I finish, I'm gonna go with my team, Kim and Lisette. They're already getting the stuff ready for the bookmarker. We already have the fake flowers, of course, but we wanted to go outside and do some gardening, but not yet. No, we'll do gardening in the near future.
There's no mosquitoes.
Exactly.
Oh, I know.
And then right now we have the book face challenge going on. So grab your favorite book and see if you can mimic the face, right, or so of the cover. Board game night is something new that we're going to try to do because our patrons, we noticed that they love a lot of hands-on.
Yeah.
So why not stimulate the brain, right, with some board books, work around, make friendships. And then it's Earth Month, so it's we're going to do a trivia night, Earth Day. Thank you so much to one of my coworkers. She actually did the entire slideshow. Yes, she did the entire slideshow. But she did the entire slideshow, so we're so happy for her, and it's great to have her on the team. So yeah, so we have all that going on. But any questions?
It's interesting, the trivia night.
Yes.
Yes, trivia
About the
night.
Questions, type of
Yes,
three.
they are so
Like,
they are hard. They are hard. They're over
when
100 questions.
this
Oh,
first
wow.
celebrate.
Yes. But we try to make it a little bit more of a challenging, right? So for everybody, and the prices are going to be wonderful too. So
Plants,
Awesome.
Ah.
Oh, that would be nice.
seeds.
they'll get some seeds. Oh, we're working too on the seed. We'll talk later.
Okay.
But there's just so much stuff that we're doing, and of course, thanks to all of my.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Mr. Leon, over here.
Hey, Jose, how you doing?
Doing good, sir. Sir, I actually got a hold of Miss Diana Aguilar from Oliveira Middle School.
Okay,
Yeah, she wants to have a meeting with me in May. So I'll let you know what's going on with that.
okay, let me know. That way I can be there with you también.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Leon. I'll write it down.
Still Middle School already has their house. They're waiting for main office to come in and set it up.
Hey, thank you, sir.
All right.
Let me know how that goes. I can go
All right.
through some of
Well,
them.
they plan to have a ceremony, and I'll invite you to it.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Leon.
Okay,
We'll be talking soon.
likewise.
You're done with your?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for that report. Mr. Leon, you want to take over? You want me to continue?
I think it's best in person meetings.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, please continue. You can continue.
Thank you.
Sorry if I'm late. I'm a little bit under the weather again.
Sorry to hear that. Continuing with library reports, youth services.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kayla, and we'll be talking about youth services. These are just some pictures to kind of show off what we did in March. We had all of our regular programming. We've noticed that our attendance is picking up at all of our programs, even here at Southmost. So we had plenty of people here for Lego Day, our stories and snacks. We actually have a new staff member who was brave enough to try stories and snacks, and she's doing a phenomenal job. So we're really excited. That's one that people don't really like to do because they get embarrassed about reading out loud and, right? So it's really awesome when we get a new staff member who's really excited about reading to kids and trying it out. So we're really happy about that. That was in March. We also had our kids' night in March. We only did one this month because we had a conflict with the city. We had the women's conference, so we ended up canceling that one. But our DIY puzzles was super, super popular. On the left side, we were actually tagged in someone's story, which we thought was really exciting. A patron who came to our event at Maine. It was her kid's favorite DIY of the year so far, so we were really happy. And so I was like, I'm going to include that because it's really cool to get tagged like that on social media, and it helps kind of spread the word about what we're doing here. And then these are just some other pictures of the event of kids who really like doing their puzzles. I had one kid fill in all of the little individual puzzles, and I was like, good luck putting that together. Afterwards. But it was really cool, and they seem to really like it. Next slide. So a lot going on in April. We have all of our regular programs happening, but we also had our Easter extravaganzas. It was at Southmost last week, and it went really amazing. We finally had a year with no rain, so we were able to actually be outside and do the egg hunt properly. In the past, I think 2 years, we got rained inside, and so we had to kind of pivot, but this year we had amazing weather, so it was really fun. We had the egg hunts, we had the pictures of the Easter bunny, we did our usual giveaways, so everybody who came got a book, they got a craft, and they got a little Easter plushie. And then we also had our sensory friendly extravaganza. That's where we modify everything to be accessible and sensory friendly for our kids with special needs, kids and adults with special needs, because everybody's welcome. So that one we did end up inside. We did the egg hunt where we put the cascarones in little sensory bins so that we had some on the floor in a little pool that we filled with shredded paper. And so the kids who could were in the pool digging out, and then the kids who couldn't we had them on the tabletop so they could sit on the table and hunt for eggs in that way to make it more acceptable.
What was your turnout on that?
We actually had a really good turnout. We had over 100 people come that day. So for
For the sensory.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, no, I know. Yeah.
for the our Easter extravaganza on Tuesday, we had almost 500 people come. And
Wow.
on Tuesday, we had over 100. So I remember the first year that we did the sensory friendly one, I had 30 people come. So it's getting popular. We're really getting the word out there about it, and more people are coming to sensory friendly. So that was at Southmost. Tomorrow we'll have our extravaganza at Maine, and then on Wednesday we'll have the sensory friendly.
Tomorrow night at Maine.
Yes,
Yeah.
tomorrow from 6 to 8 is the extravaganza. And that is it for April, and we'll show you some pictures and all that fun stuff next month from Easter.
Y'all posted some on Facebook, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
I
we
saw
sent
that.
some up from.
Yeah.
Next slide, please. And just a little sneak peek into summer reading. We're already well into planning. We have a lot of the dates confirmed. So I just wanted to let you guys know what the theme was this year. It's Color Our World. And it just encompasses all things art. So painting, writing, fabric arts. A lot of us are doing the DIY embroidery program and sewing program. So we're really trying to go hard into the DIY and not just painting and drawing, but expanding, the different arts that are out there. So it's going to Color Our World. You'll get more information later on, but I just wanted you guys to know the theme and know that we're getting ready. It's going to be really.
And this is going to be the theme for the entire summer, or is it just a special
Summer
week or
program.
two that y'all are going to be? The entire summer.
So the entire month of June and July starts June 2nd, and then the award ceremony is July 30th, so the whole summer. That's it for us.
Thank you so much for that report. Any other questions? Anything else to add? Thank you for that report, Kayla. Teen Services,
So for March events, we had a summer. It was really well attended. We had everybody come in and a little fire pit with air dry plate as a base, and then they used regular thin wire to create flames or sort of get used to whatever they wanted. For Teen Thursday at Southmost, we had a bunch of women. The presentation less to be stressed on stress management and coping mechanisms. They had their teen advisory and they did Zen event. For our teen anime night, we watched Panio and we put on some shows to kind of keep to that theme. Our special program did have some special programs this month and to April. We did a collaboration with Talk About It Texas, Healthy Futures of Texas, a state organization. And they came in and they spoke to parents at different institutions about how to have key conversations with in respectful and good manner where it was an open conversation. And this is specifically for parents of teenagers or adults of teenagers. So it was something that they did. It kind of coincided with something that we were doing. So that was good. And then this past Saturday, we had our youth fest that the library and organization, and it went well. So we just had it. It was amazing. You guys. Coming up in April, we have our that happened last week. So, and then we had our diamond painting on stickers. That was a huge, very fun event. You guys can see pictures about that later. But Jose had to come in and get extra chairs going for us because we didn't have enough plans for the amount of people that were coming to this, and it was a lot of fun. And then last but not least, we'll be having our teen anime. We'll be watching Belle and we'll be making some felt friends. That's it. Any questions?
questions? Thank you for that report. Makerspace Services,
Hi guys, I'm Hassan. I'm going to be reporting for Makerspace. So during March, the event that we had for March was the pressed flower frame. There's an example on that top left corner, and then on the bottom, top right corner and the bottom left corner are some patrons that make their pressed flowers. At Southmost, we had 58 people in attendance, and at Main, we had 44. And then the other event that we had during March was the Exploration Theater that took place on the 20th of March. Southmost had 25 people in attendance, and Main had 13 people in attendance. During April, here at Southmost, it already happened on the 7th of April. We were making little wooden flower pods. You can see one of our patrons sample on the top right, and then a picture of the people in attendance on the bottom left. That will be happening later on this month. On the 28th is when it'll be taking place at Main. And then the Exploration Theater for this month is going to be on the 17th of April. And then our May event is going to be the direct-to-film tote bags. This is going to be so that we could start promoting our direct-to-film printers that we have at both branches. The printers are already proving to be very, very popular even before its official unveiling. We have high demand for it. We've already had to request to resupply supplies for it, even though we've only had it for less than a month.
Is it individuals coming into work or like organizations?
It's mostly individuals, especially at Maine, people making parties and stuff like that.
I made shirts.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Like.
You bring the file.
You bring the file and then you could just
You bring
print
your
for
shirt
free?
and your file,
Mhm.
and then you print we print the item for you. It is $2 per sheet,
I was like.
and it's
free?
on a size sheet.
Yeah, and they showed us how
That-
to use the heat press and
Yes.
put everything together, and the whole process is really neat. $2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Like nothing.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular machine already, probably the most popular one as of right now.
Like with
Is
expenses.
there a specific type of t-shirt that's required cotton, polyester, blend, or what?
So that's the good thing about this printer is that there's no restrictions for what material you need to use. So it could be 100% cotton, it could be polyester, it'll attach to whatever fabric it is,
Just not silk, right?
except for silk.
Silk.
Yeah. Silk is too.
Yeah, it's gonna burn it.
Yeah.
And mostly the staff, the packaging does not do that.
And these are available at both libraries, right?
Correct, sir.
Okay, thank you, Lázaro.
Do you have a date for that? May?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
I should have put it in
The
there.
first
Yeah.
and last Monday.
Yeah,
Sorry,
first
what was
Monday, first Monday is when we have the event here at Southmost.
Okay.
And then the fourth Monday of the month is when we do our event at Mink. That's it.
Question, Lázaro, how's that sports car coming along?
So for that one, we received approval to purchase the licenses for the programs. So I need to work with our assistant branch manager, Melinda, so that we could go through with that purchase now.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't had the chance to play with it, it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's like a
What is that for?
Is it sports what?
Oh, the simulator.
Oh,
simulator.
okay.
It's up and running or it's not yet?
So as of right now, we're in the process of working the licenses.
Okay. And it's gonna be flight and
Flight and driving.
driving?
In both branches or just here?
Yeah, Lázaro was gracious enough to let me
Southwest.
use it the last time I was there.
Yeah, as of right now, it'll only be available for Southmost. If there's enough interest, then we'll get one for Maine as well.
Oh, yes.
I'd like to try it.
I'll be there behind.
It's not as easy.
It is a lot of fun.
I'm sure.
It's not like driving a car.
It's fun though.
Yeah.
Thank you for that report. Outreach.
My name is Courtney Taylor. I'm the Library Services Coordinator. And before I begin my presentation, I want to mention that we also attend other boards. So one of the boards that we attend is the Special Needs Advisory Board. And when we went, Ms. Alma and I, this last month, they had wonderful feedback and comment about all the programs that we do here through the library. And I want to thank both you guys for your added feedback for that, and Ms. Kayla and Mr. Juan for allowing us to participate in more sensory-friendly events, as well as allowing us to collaborate with other departments in order to do so. So I think we've really pivoted and made more inclusivity in our library as we go along. You'll see more updates on that board next month after their meeting as well, because April has Disability Inclusion Month and do a book display for that every year based on their board. So we'll get to see pictures about that initiative as well. Returning to March, we were helping Jubilee Leadership Academy with their college and career fair. This is an event that done for 3 years. It's part of their Gear Up event that they promote and get grants to be able to talk about entering college and what type of careers that you want to be able to do. As the Leadership Academy specifically, we talked a lot about our extravaganza, our Teen Anime Night, our GB Fest, as mentioned, and our upcoming for SRP. We had 560 people at this event. Next slide, please. And to continue on that same thing, we also went to Jubilee Brownsville, which is their second campus. We were able to see 105 People, they, however, seemed enamored with our Makerspace Dragon.
That is huge.
Yeah, he is taller than I am, and he's definitely a way to get kids really invested in seeing what Makerspace can do on a bigger scale. Sometimes they see our little monitos and they're like, that'll work for like a keychain or to put in my pocket, but I really want to be able to do something bigger. So it kind of ignites their imagination. We talked about our team surveys, which our team departments working on, so we can get more feedback on what programming they want to do in the future. Next slide, please. For adults, we went with Miss Rose Timmer for the Aging Healthy and the RGB Fiesta de Salud. I enunciated that correctly. We talked a lot about Hoopla and Frigal, as well as talking about direct-to-film printing. We brought some of the masks that we had repurposed from our original sublimation printing, where you can create your own design, to kind of get them another point to bring them back into the library and use the new equipment for Makerspace. So hopefully we'll be seeing more of those in the future come through with our Makerspace advisors. We saw 131 people there. And then, as Mr. Gena mentioned,
Thank you.
the city secretary invited us to their passport fair as another resource that could help the citizens of Brownsville while they were waiting to get their passports, learning more about getting their birth certificates. We also talked to them, and they were surprised about our instant messaging services available through our ILS and Facebook page. Ms. Leslie has been a lot helpful in making sure that we respond in a quicker manner through IG and through Facebook. So that's really helped with them, as well as getting them to know more about our events here. So they were very happy to kind of see that progress through our library system. We were able to see 5 people there, and we got invited for their next event. That's always good for us to efforts. What? So even though we only did 4 events in March, a lot more of them were active, which counts more towards our TSLAC stats and our overall kind of pushing of literacy. Able to see over 1,000 people, and this brings our outreach total loan to 11,000.6 listeners. So we're looking kind of increase that as we go through April, and May will start slowing down again in June, just because of all the programming we're having here in our own libraries, to be able to facilitate some collaboration points. As we kind of mentioned before, we went to RGB Teen Fest. We partnered with the zoo this month for Party with the Planet, and then we will be joining our grants department for a resource fair at the end of the year. Does anybody have any questions, suggestions, queries, concerns?
Are y'all still collabing for the Lunada?
We have to noticed when we were going to the Lunadas is we weren't getting as much library credit to kind of be able to push.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
When we've gone to Lunada, we've kind of had where we don't get as many library cards done. We do get to be able to talk to other vendors, and we've been able to give out a lot of other supplies to balance that in between going to the other events with Parks Department.
Okay.
I also talked to Laura at 3:00 today to see what our future is for the next quarter of outreach, collaborating with Parks Department with their senior center.
Okay, good. Because I know there's several events coming up, like the Bunny Corral with the zoo. First Friday has had a huge turnout. So
Are you gonna try to target the 4th of July in the park?
Oh, the sports park.
The sports park. What they expect about
That one's huge.
To be discussed.
We can try to see if there's a possibility of collaborating, but in the past, because we do not have that line item to have staff paid overtime,
It's that's a personnel issue. It's logistically, our staff is not.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah.
Also.
It's also 4th of July. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, got it.
I ever do find money to do that.
There's also another event, I can't think of what it's called, but I think it's called like Hooks. Hooks, it's a fishing event that's supposed to come up.
Yes,
The one
Oh,
yeah.
over by Paredes or what?
at the.
The
I
event
I
center?
have it on my phone. I'll get you the information, but there's like a bunch of little events for kids that are coming up. The fishing
That
one.
would be a
Yeah,
good target
hooks-
area.
Hooks to something.
That would be a good target area to outreach to the youth because
Yeah.
they do
Yeah.
have a lot of turnout for that.
Yes, because it's fishing. Yes, they're gonna have an enclosed fishing event too, I think. So I'll have the info on my phone. I'll share it with you.
When you have events like that and because of personnel or finances, budget, can you reach out to volunteer high school groups?
We haven't in the past only because we've kind of used that exclusively for our library events, because volunteers for the city have to go through the volunteer forum. There's a lot of checks and balances with that. But I can definitely see about reaching out through our chain to the librarians to suggest that maybe they'll have something to go
I
there.
know that a lot of the juniors and seniors have to do volunteer time. At St. Joe, their juniors and seniors have to do X number of hours for volunteer. I know the National Honor Society, some of the schools require their.
I think maybe it's more like the information, like rolling it out, like you have to know
Yeah.
And for the most part.
programs and.
We always schedule our staff accordingly.
Right.
Mhm.
And so it's not like they go, we just in advance, we schedule them. So volunteers,
Yeah.
you have to know what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, yes, yeah, because I was gonna say volunteers will give out
Yeah,
a
but
brochure and they'll throw it
staff
away.
members and 1 or 2 volunteers to kind of help you out.
Yeah, yeah.
Also offered to other departments if they can't physically be there. We can include some of our supplies in the good bags, so we're still getting information out. So that's been the way we've kind of collaborated. But I'll definitely talk to Sports Park about doing the 4th of July and what we can include, so they still get library information.
Right.
even if we can't be there.
Especially sharing about Makerspace. Every time I run into somebody and they're like, they're doing that at the library, like,
That's all the kids like right now. And do you know, well, that dragon you did, how many rolls was it? Like,
Yes.
How many rolls? To give you an idea. I don't know
yeah.
what they're called, the filament, a roll and a half? Okay.
It's just, it prints in pieces.
In pieces, yes.
It's amazing. It's so big.
So right now that Courtney brings it, you'll see that it's not very heavy, so it didn't.
You did it hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Makerspace is the way to go.
The kids love it.
But little is taking over the library, I think.
Yeah. I did a dog man and I'm doing like different characters and then I'm setting the goal for them to reach. They can pick one of the characters.
How many hours was that on printing? You know how long? It took?
Like days and days, yeah, yeah.
Just parts and then we ran out of those. Between, so you notice this tail is a
Different
little
colors, yeah.
darker.
Yeah.
But
It was like this.
it's just a piece.
And it's hollow on the inside.
Is this
correct?
like silk filament or just regular?
It's a.
So cool.
And we've already had another patron request a similar sized dragon. I think they did. I understand, so.
And how much was that? I know it's by weight or something.
I just-
Wow.
For me, it's big and be pressed for them. But I'm sure we can look at.
Wow.
Interested, they can contribute.
And one of the things that was not did not go this time, but 2 of our Makerspace staff went to a conference
The
and
TLA or no?
no, it was, computers and libraries.
Ay, qué padre. And all these ideas and stuff.
Yeah,
Nobody went to TLA?
yeah, and 2 of our staff members went to get it. Yes.
Lucky.
So cool.
In TNA, we go to ALA, and we go to PLA, Public Library, American Library. So each one's offers different perspectives, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. This sure.
Yeah,
Thank you for that report.
yeah.
Updates.
Updates, we're about to be finished at the main library with the restroom project. At least the majority of it, the public facing side. And then after that, we're gonna put a new floor there. Again, get ready for the summer reading program. I want to thank you for approving the change in the IRC at the main library. We already starting, people already going in there with the computers and that way we can have, if we can have a simulator, the old IRC, which is bigger over there, will become like a lab for, as Mr. Cardenas presented, to be more simulators, more technology. And again, makerspace is still going on, going higher and higher. My responsibility is to find the money.
The money.
To come up with cool stuff. And again, obviously, as I always say, the foundation will, it's always gonna be a literacy component to it.
Yeah.
But this is what patrons want, makerspace, and honestly, that's what we'll be asking for, more staff. For makerspace. That's where it's going, in every aspect of it. Again, looking forward to the summer. And I have a good team here, and I can't help but compare it to other libraries, and everywhere I travel, and I don't see a better library than us. I really believe that, and we have a good team, and we have a good community. That's part of the update. Did I forget anything?
Is there any consideration of like coding in your programming? It's since you're gonna be like working on that with the robots and, or I don't know what you're gonna use. So.
The ethics related to AI and
Uh-huh.
you know how to use it safely.
And we have to be careful that we don't stretch our staff thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We only have our staff that they do above and beyond, but we need to take that into consideration.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that even I'm trying, we're going not to fail, but we need to try different things.
Mhm.
And they succeed, and if they fail, but we learn. And sometimes
Definitely.
remove some of the things that maybe we were emotionally attached to some program that they're not working, or all of them are working, but
Mhm.
picking truth, which is
Yeah.
the proverbial best bang for the buck. And at the end of the day, the pictures say it all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the patron response tells you
I know.
what they like.
So much
Yeah.
bigger
Mhm.
response. It's good.
Any
great.
questions for me?
No, I just want to take a couple of minutes to say on behalf of the board and myself that we know that y'all will go above and beyond and that y'all apparently love what you do because you do action. Thank you for doing what you do.
Yes.
Definitely. For having the patience, because I know like with Makerspace, it's a lot of. Yes.
Anything else? Anything else that needs to be brought up or mentioned? If not, we need a motion to adjourn.
One more
Motion
thing,
to-
Mr. Olivo, thank you for covering for me. My apologies for not being there, but I had a little situation.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Motion to adjourn.
Yes, we need a second.
I second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all. Have a good evening.